go back to something we can see, something we can do. And Jesus said on the cross, it is what? Finished. And nothing can be added to it. But they were being tempted and tantalized by Judaizers that they ought to draw back and go back. And this letter comes from this Hebrew writer and said, don't do it. Christ still is the best thing that ever happened. So chapter 2, look at verse number 9 through 11. But we see Jesus, who was made high, a little lower than the angels. Why? For the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he by grace, the grace of God, should taste death for how many? For every man. You can write down Romans chapter 12, verse number 3. There is a measure of faith that's large in every man. I don't care how low down they are. I don't care how drunk they are. I had one of my outdoor members pass me this morning. He was reluctant to pass me because you could smell it before you get to it. I said, come on, dear. How are you doing today? I love you. He said, I love you too. But eyes of tears. They sat under that tree and they drank their lives away. They come down the street. And every now and then I conversate with them and tell them, I love you. And he looked with tears in his eyes and said, I love you too. But that little had him going. He couldn't walk right. He had lusted for the bottle. He had indulged, and he just couldn't straighten up. And it hurted him to hear that I love him. And I tell him at least about 2 to 3 times, whenever I can get close to him, I tell him I love him. He tells me back in a loud voice, I love him. Jesus Christ tasted death for the drunk people. Now, I don't care what you think. You little smart church person. Jesus died for the streetwalkers. Jesus just didn't die for those in the church. He died for every man. And guess what? You can't do nothing about it. He died for that old nappy-head English brother or sister of you. He died. He died so they can have the potential one day of tasting freedom through grace. Look at the next verse. Verse 10. For it became him for whom all things and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons unto glory. He died for everybody so he can get as many as he could to glorify God. To make the captain of their salvation perfect through what? Suffering. Through suffering. We're going to talk about that later on. For both he that sanctified and they who are sanctified are all of one. We're all part of Jesus Christ. The Jesus in me is the Jesus that's in you. Lord, make us one. And Paul would often tell his churches, be of the same mind. Boy, if we can get Holy Street, every member in Holy Street on the same page and one accord, you talking about some power. For which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren. Go to verse number 14. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same. He said, I can't let these men and women who need salvation go it alone. I'm going to go down and go through what they go through, even death. I'm going to hunger like them, I'm going to weep like them, and guess what? I'm going to die like that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death. And who is it that had the power of death? That is the devil himself. And so Jesus disrobes himself in heaven, and he comes with the permission of the Father to earth to indwell people that had no hope. People that were headed to eternal darkness, and Jesus came into their life. And when Jesus comes into your life, he changes your story. And when you look back over your shoulder, you see that you come a mighty long way. That's what Jesus does. I think everybody in this room that's old enough has a testimony that I ain't what I used to be. Yet I ain't what I need to be. But I thank God that it's Jesus in me that's giving me a life worth living. So we close number one. Jesus did 5 things. On the cross, Jesus what? Suffered for me. Number 2, in me, Jesus did what? Saved me. Number 3, around me, Jesus does what? Secures me. Number 4, by my side, Jesus does what? Sustains me. That was 4. Number 5, for me, Jesus does what? Sanctifies me. And when he sanctifies me, I get a little bit better every day. Every round goes what? Higher and higher. Things get, my grandma would say, gooder and gooder. He walks with me. I let him talk with me. And I can hear his voice now better than I ever had. Because I'm listening for him in the morning. I'm listening for him at noonday. I'm listening for him in the cool of the night. But he walks with me, talks with me, all along life's pathway. David said it like this: yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil, because I got somebody on my side. He is with me, and his rod and his staff comforts me. God wants to comfort you in whatever is shaking you up tonight. Whatever is going on in your life, let him in. Christ in me can kill fear. And Christ in me can take me from the bottom to the top. That's what he wants. He wants to change the perspective of our mind. And he wants the mind that's in him to be in us. Come on, give God some glory.